In today's video, I'll be preparing beef tripe or Kumunia the South Sudanese way. To begin with, clean the tripe with hot water and then boil it in plain water for about 2 hours. As seen from the bubbles, I use high heat at this stage and constantly add hot water so as to fasten the cooking process. So halfway through the process, I realized that the cow tripe was not enough, so I ended up boiling lamb tripe in a separate pot. This is how the tripe looked like about 2 hours later. The next step will be allow it to cool so as to make it easier to cut up. In the meantime, I will be pre-cooking the meat. As you can see in the video, I added a little bit of seasoning salt and allowed the meat to cook on medium heat before adding water. After adding the water, I allowed the meat to cook on medium heat for about 30 minutes. I'm not 100% sure why we the South Sudanese cook Kumunia mixed with other types of meat. However, if I can take a wild guess, I think it's to enhance the taste. Let me know in the comment section if you are South Sudanese and know why we do that. Another thing to note is that during special occasions among the South Sudanese, we usually cut the tripe into tiny bits. However, in this video, I'm cutting mine into small to medium cubes, and you are free to cut them into any size of your choice. And because I like having a little bit of soup when cooking tripe, I added the stock from tripe into the meat and allowed it to cook for about 15 more minutes. And then using a bigger sufuria or cooking pot, I added half a cup of cooking oil, and this depends on the quantity of tripe you're trying to cook. Once the cooking oil was heated, I added my onions, which I chopped into large ring shapes, and this was in order to prevent them from getting crushed or smashed. Next, I added the tomatoes when the onions were slightly translucent and sauteed them together for about 2 minutes. And to ensure that I'm able to mix the ingredients properly, I added half of the tripe, then followed by the spices and mixed them. And this is a disclaimer to let you know that I will list all the spices that I use in this recipe on the description box. So I added tomato paste, curry powder, white and black pepper, as well as cumin powder, among others, and stirred them to make it. A lot of people always want to know what type of spices to use, and my rule of thumb is to never feel limited in terms of what spices to use. Just use whatever you have available to you. Also, by now you know that I'm a big fan of beef bouillon cubes, so I added beef cube as well as garlic as shown in the video. After that, I poured the meat and soup into the cooking pot and started to mix. Please note that I had to do this as soon as possible because it gets sticky and I didn't want the tripe to get burnt. I then added the other half of the tripe and allowed it to cook. Also, as you can see, the pot is about to overflow, so I had to be a bit gentle when stirring it. At this point, I added royco mchuzi mix solution, followed by the stemmy part of cilantro, or ukipenda dhania in Swahili. And then, as you can see, my heat is still on low. That's because it's on purpose. I don't want it to get burnt. Like, it tastes really bad when it's kind of burnt. After allowing the mixture to cook for about 5 minutes, I added habanero pepper. I took out the seeds and cleaned the habanero peppers very well so as to remove the heat or spiciness associated with them, because we do not eat a lot of spicy stuff in my household. So that's why you're not seeing the seeds. And last but not least, I added the leafy part of cilantro. Then I stirred and allowed the meat to cook for about 2 more minutes while covered. The habanero peppers and cilantro give the tripe a very nice taste as well as aroma. If you'd like, you can also use bell pepper or capsicum if you want, and it will really turn out great. And here comes the best part of cooking, which is serving. So like any other dish, Kumunia can be served with either kisra, rice, ugali, or even chapati, among others. Thank you for watching. Until next time, bye bye.